Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Darian Jones. I'm the Caregiver Education and Digital Specialist at Care Partners. We're here today with a Hot Topic Live segment. I'm excited about this one. It's about the VA Caregiver Support Group or Support Services Support Program. And it's going to be a really great one, some really good information, and we'll be getting into that in just a minute. Before we get started, just a couple of updates from Care Partners. We have decided to officially suspend all of our in-person programming throughout the end of the year. The best place to find updates on our programming is on our website, carepartnerstexas.org, or you can always give us a call at 713-682-5995. Well, we would love to talk to you and answer any of your questions about any of the things that are going on with us. And we're always still providing all of our online resources. So you can visit our website. We have the Gathering Place, different Gathering Place resources, Common Ground support group for caregivers, and then of course, all of our caregiver education. And so we have a ton of different resources that's being updated every single week. So you can find all of that on our website. As always too, we would love to hear from you to stay connected. If there's anything going on in your lives that you want to hear about, or if there's just anything that you just want to let us know so we can just hear from you. You can email us at info@carepartnerstexas.org. We'd love to share your photos and hear your stories and just see what you guys are up to during this time. So you can always email us. And then I think with that, we'll go ahead and introduce our guest for today. Good morning, Natosha. How are you doing?
Good. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this segment. We're going to be talking about the Caregiver Support Program. And I'm going to let you just tell us a little about yourself and kind of just let you tell us about this program.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Natosha LaCour, and I am the program manager for the VA Caregiver Support Program here at the Houston VA Medical Center. And I've been at the VA for about 13 years. A lot of experience in mental health, medicine, the homeless program, and currently now working with the Caregiver Support Program. What I would like to share with you today is some exciting news about the VA Caregiver Support Program. So if you're not familiar with it, I'll do a brief overview of our program and services, and then I'll also talk to you about our upcoming expansion to the program. So with that, let me share my screen and we can get started. Okay, so the mission of our program here at the VA is to promote the health and well-being of our family caregivers who care for our nation's veterans through education, resources, support, and services. And this is our logo for the VA Caregiver Support Program. Under our Caregiver Support Program, we have two major programs. First being the program of comprehensive assistance for family caregivers. And the second program is the program of general support services for family caregivers. The program of comprehensive assistance for family caregivers provides family caregivers of eligible post 9/11 service era veterans certain benefits such as training, enhanced respite care, counseling, technical support, beneficiary travel, a monthly stipend for the paid caregiver, and access to health care if qualified through CHAMP VA, which is the Civilian Health and Medical Program at the VA. This is the program that will be expanding, and I'll share more about that in a moment. Currently, with the program of comprehensive assistance for family caregivers, the caregiver who provides the care is the main provider in home of the personal care services to the veteran. And the veteran must meet criteria listed below to be able to be eligible and qualify for that program. So currently, the criteria is that the veteran must have suffered an aggravated or serious injury in the line of duty on or after September the 11th, 2001. The injury requires the need of personal care services in everyday living for a minimum of 6 months or clinical determination that takes into account various factors. They also have to make sure that the veteran is in the best interest of the veteran to participate in the program, and personal care services provided by the caregiver is not provided through another entity. So the caregiver is the main provider of the in-home personal care services, and that the caregiver must agree to ongoing care at home and also begin getting their care through a local provider. And again, this program is expanding. The program of general caregiver support services is available to caregivers of veterans enrolled for VA healthcare regardless of how they were injured. The program of general caregiver support services provides services to caregivers of eligible veterans of any era. So that's Vietnam, Korea, OIF, OEF, any service period is available for the general caregiver. And through this program, we also provide training, education, respite care, telephone support line, self-care courses, and other services. And again, these services are available to support the caregivers of veterans enrolled in the VA who require caregivers' assistance regardless of their injury. So just to kind of give you a little bit more information about some of the services that's open to veterans of any era, the first service is the Anti-Text. Some of you may be familiar with the Anti-Text because that's available to pretty much any of our veterans that would like this and our caregivers. But Anti-Text is a supportive message, it's a text message. So you just have to have a phone that's capable of receiving text messages to enroll, and it's a positive, motivating message that's sent to that caregiver every day. So it could be something just to kind of keep them motivated, reminding them to take care of themselves. Building Better Caregivers is a 6-week online workshop for caregivers of veterans of any era who's caring for someone in the home, and they may have a diagnosis of dementia, memory problems, PTSD, TBI, or any other serious injury. Building Better Caregivers helps caregivers in 2 ways. It provides training to provide better care, and it also helps caregivers learn to manage their own emotions, stress, and physical health. Another service that's available to all caregivers, the caregiver education calls. And these are monthly education calls for caregivers with a theme each month, and they vary. And this can be found on our website as well. The caregiver support line is another service that we offer. The support line is open Monday through Friday, 12 hours a day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And the phone number for the caregiver support line is 1-855-260-3274. And this support line is supported by licensed professionals. So you can get more information about caregiver support through that line as well. One of the main takeaways that I want everyone to remember is our caregiver support program website. So the information that I'm telling you today can also be found on the website, which is www.caregiver.va.gov. And our website contains tips, tools, videos, and links to other resources. And one of the last services that I'll mention is our REACH program. REACH is Resources for Enhancing All Caregivers' Health. This is another intervention that's provided by licensed clinical staff to help support stress and burnout of caregivers of veterans of any era. So like the diagnosis that I was mentioning earlier, dementia, PTSD, TBI, if you're taking care of a veteran that has those diagnoses, this REACH intervention is a specific group that offers individual, group counseling and support. Now for some of the exciting news. So as I was mentioning earlier, with a program of comprehensive assistance for family caregivers, and one of the main qualifications, for that program was severely injured on or after September 11th, 2001. The program is expanding due to the Mention Act, and we're expanding to be able to serve all eligible veterans. This expansion will take some time, but we are hoping to hear some news within the coming days about expansion for the first phase. So with the Mission Act of 2018, we're going to be able to expand the program to veterans of all eras. The first phase of this expansion will be for veterans injured on or before May 7, 1975. So this would include our veterans in the group of Vietnam era veterans, Korea, and World War II. So veterans that served before that time. And the expansion date is pending Congress approval of our IT data management system. So once we get the approval from Congress that our IT system is up and running, then they will announce, go ahead, we're open for expansion, and we can begin assisting not only the veterans for 9/11 and after, but the veteran group from May 7th, 1975 and before. Our second phase will be the group that's in between those groups. So the veterans injured between May 7th, 1975 after and September 11th, 2001. So phase 2 will finally capture all of our veteran groups for eligible veterans. That will happen 2 years after we hear this expansion date for phase 1. And I'll say that again because I know it's a lot of information. Currently, the VA is accepting applications for eligible veterans that were injured on or after May 11th, 2001. This week, hopefully really soon, we're expecting to hear that the program will be expanded to include those veterans that served May 7th, 1975 and before. And once we get the final approval from Congress that the IT system is ready to go, there's going to be national information. You can check our website and that information will be there letting you know that those applications are ready to be accepted for those era veterans. 2 years after that date, it will be the phase 2. So veterans injured between May 7th, 1975 and September 11th, 2001 will finally be eligible for the program. So under that regulation, everyone will finally be eligible for the VA comprehensive program. So with the expansion, there are some new changes to the regulation. So in order to qualify, as we were talking earlier, you have to have a severe injury. And what we're looking at is a single or combined service-connected disability rating of 70% or more. And then the veteran also must need personal care services for a minimum of 6 months. So an inability to perform ADLs or need for supervision and protection. So that kind of gives you an idea of the type of person that would benefit from this program. If you're needing that in-home personal care services for a minimum of 6 months or more, and you're service connected at 70% or more to qualify for the comprehensive services under the expansion. And the service-connected disability can be a combination of 2 different service ratings. So if you're 30% service-connected for TBI and then 40% service-connected for PTSD, it can be a combined rate to meet that criteria. It also has to be in the best interest of the veteran to participate in the program. And then the veteran also must be receiving their care at home. So this is not for a veteran that's in an institution like a nursing home or assisted living. This is for community care in the home. And then the veteran must be receiving ongoing care from a primary care team. And then I listed some more information here at the website below if you want more information about the Mission Act and the expansion and eligibility facts and answers. So how do you apply? The website that I mentioned before, the caregiver.va.gov. If you go to that website, you'll be able to find our application, which is the VA Form 1010CG. And you can mail that application into the Program of Comprehensive Assistance for Family Caregivers. And this way, you know that it's going there and it'll be processed correctly through the Health Eligibility Center. You can apply in person at our VA Medical Center at our OAF office here as well. We really encourage you to talk with your provider and let them know that you're interested in this program and that you're applying for this program so that they can help us facilitate that care with the veteran, and that you're talking to your provider about the type of care that your veteran needs at home. And last but not least, I wanted to make sure I included some information. So just helpful information, our VA website, the houstonva.gov, our main number to the VA, which is 713-791-1414. Our caregiver website, which is the www.caregiver.va.gov. There you'll find all this information that I talked about today, as well as the application for the comprehensive program. So that is about it. That is what I wanted to share with you guys today, and to make sure that you had more information about it, and just to keep your eyes open and ready to be able to apply if you meet that criteria. We're really excited about the expansion. We are hopeful that it's going to be able to help a larger group of people that were not able to apply to the program before. So please continue to check our website about that application and when it will be released. But we're hoping to hear really soon that the program is open for the expansion. So thank you guys for listening, for your time today.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us. And the expansion sounds very exciting. And like you were saying, the best way to stay up to date and learn about all of that is on this website. So I wanted to put up the address just one more time. Before we go, just real quick, I guess, do you have any tips or advice for caregivers during
COVID-19? Yes, we do. Our wonderful staff provides education about caregiving during COVID-19. And it's really a lot of the common sense things that we already do. Of course, washing your hands, wearing a mask, just being cognizant of those things, and also just being aware of your surroundings and isolation, and making sure that you're still communicating and talking with others, and not isolating yourself at home. Physically distancing is what we say, not socially distancing. So we know how important it is to make sure you're connecting with family and friends, but maintaining physical distance, not social distancing. So those are some of the things that we talk about. But of course, hand washing, wearing a mask is very, very important. And taking care of yourself. So I'm glad you put the toll-free number up again. We have lots of support groups that are available for caregivers. So if you just kind of need to talk or share experiences with other people that may be in your similar situation, the caregiver support line is a great resource. And like I said, they have monthly calls with different themes that we can educate and give you more information and support about.
That's great. I was actually going to ask my last question, I think is going to be, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today, is why do you think it's so important for caregivers to reach out and find a support system?
A lot of times caregivers can live in a bubble. And when you're taking care of someone, and from the experience that I have, it's not always just the veteran that the caregiver may be taking care of. You may be taking care of parents, you may be taking care of children. There's a lot of virtual learning for kids these days. So you're wearing a lot of hats, and caregivers' responsibilities are not easy. So it's important for you to be able to ask for help, and it's important for there to be help in the community. So I'm so glad to be here with Care Partners today, and just be another lifeline, be another support, and put the information out there that the VA does have programs and support for our caregivers.
Yeah, we're so grateful for you to be here today. Real quick, I just wanted to put this up one more time, because the website, I was just looking at it, it really has a ton of different resources, videos, different things to read, and all of the other things that Natosha was talking about. So definitely a great resource, and we really do appreciate all of you tuning in today and watching. And of course, Natosha, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here and put the information out about the program and the expansion. Thank you, and thank Nancy for getting me involved.
Awesome. Well, again, we just really appreciate everyone tuning in, and we hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you all soon. And if, again, just go to their resource or their website for resources, and also the Care Partners website has a ton of resources too. So with that, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.